Alright, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Sanusi Vision Art Life. My name is Adewale Jr. Please review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. Today we're going to continue talking about these awesome superheroes. Today we're going to focus on the assassins because I've already talked about the Karjakz. Last time I talked about Excursion. Now we're going to talk about Kanji, the daughter of Suntzu, the heir apparent to the assassin fortune, the empire, whatever you want to call it. But Kanji, I got to show you a picture of Kanji because she's the truth in 2 quarters. She's I want to call her the ruthless version, I guess the female version of her father, because she don't stand for no mess. And she also knows that power is important in order to make everything go in this universe. So first and foremost, I got to show you the poster. That's right, available on soundvision.com. So go get your copy today. We got them in different sizes: 11 by 17, 13 by 19, 24 by 36. You name it, we got the size. And then of course I got to show you on the iPad. You know what I'm saying? I got to show you on the iPad. Look at her right there. There she goes right there. Let me back it up a little bit, let y'all see. And then of course, you got to see her in the old school. When I first started off this whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe right here. I'm gonna let y'all try to figure out who she is first. Take a guess. Who y'all think it is? Come on now. Right there. There she is. Kanji right there. See what I'm saying? She's sick with it. There she is right there. Red hair, man. You know what I'm saying? Just next to her daddy, just like she always is. It's the heir apparent to the throne, as I like to say. But some say, is Reaver going to be the heir apparent? I don't know. But, you know, that's Kanji right there. We're going to focus on Kanji. And look, before we get into this amazing episode, yeah, I'm super excited talking about Kanji because she's a beast. And when you're always talking about the villains, they seem to be more energy, man, because villains do whatever they want. So before we get into this podcast, we got to thank our sponsors. This Sanusi Vision podcast is brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services from plumbers to pediatricians and everything between, search Tigler today. That's Tigler.com, y'all. Don't wait. Search today. That's Tigler.com. I stated before, Tigler.com, operated and owned by Aditya Ibuki, one of the best CEOs out there. Tigler.com is for you to find professionals to do whatever it is that you want to do. Whether it's plumbers, pediatricians, contractors, nurses, landscapers, anything professional, Tigler.com. They will help you find the best professional for what it is you're trying to do for your project or for whatever you might be trying to do. So that's Tigler.com. That's Tigler.com, y'all. Don't wait. Search today. That's Tigler.com. And this podcast also brought to you by Antidote for the Knuckle. If you oh my God, give me a break, y'all. Oh my God, this podcast also brought to you by Antidote for the Knuckle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Antidote for the Knuckle make your feet happy again. That's AnnaDaleCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnnaDaleCenter.com for details, y'all. Yo, give me a second, because you know I forgot my custom orthotics. I can't be doing that. That ain't good. It's funny, I was just wearing them in my batas right here. As I told y'all before, Annadale Center operated and owned by Dr. Neru Nusode, the best foremost foot specialist in the galaxy. Not the world, not Dallas, Texas, in the world, in the galaxy. That's right, I said it, in the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? And AnnadaleCenter.com. And he customized these combo products for my feet because they used to hurt like I don't know what. I've been pain-free for a long time. It's going on 8 years now, going on 10 years. Take that back. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a lot of foot pain, but when I went to go see Dr. Nusode, told me I didn't need surgery. What I needed was better shoes, which led to the creation of the Bata's footwear line, my own footwear line. Then, of course, custom orthotics, which helped me. And now I don't even have to wear my custom orthotics, but I just love wearing them because I just love Anadale Center custom orthotics. And look, you too can be happy. Your feet can be happy. Go pay your visit at Dr. Nero. So if you're in the Dallas, Frisco, Texas area, whether in the Dallas area or in the Frisco, Texas area, they got 2 locations. Visit, make your appointment today, and let Dr. Nero make your feet happy again. And also, too, can't forget about Tigler. They got in 2 locations, in the Long Beach, California area, and also in the Virginia area. So if you're in California or in Virginia, Tigler.com will help you find the best professionals. And also, too, more bragging rights. That's right. Annadale has officially made Batas the official shoe of Annadale, which means we're going to be on their website all the time, every time. And yes, just to show you I ain't full of that bull jive, guess what I got? Proof in the pudding. That's right. I'm going to show you 2 pics. We doing big things at Sanusi Vision, man. So that's what y'all need to know. We ain't messing around. Check that out. Look at that. What you read right there? Y'all can't hate. And if you're a hater, I don't even care. Shoe of the week, Batas. It's the future, baby. You see them wedges and them low tops. You know what we're doing. We're doing big things on Sanusi Vision. And guess what else? Check that out. Look at that. Man, we ain't playing at Sanusi Vision. You know what I mean? Batas footwear line. And guess what we got coming now? The Batas 3s. They are coming, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Annadale Center is about to have all our kicks on their footwear, on their website, signifying that we are the shoe of their company. You know how much of a great accomplishment that is, man? We doing big things here at Sanusi Vision. I don't play. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going after it, getting after it. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's our sponsors that we have to pay these bills because, hey, you ain't got no show if you ain't paying them bills, man. You know what I mean? The bills got to be paid. So now. So now, let's get to this amazing episode about this amazing character, Kanji, you know what I'm saying, who's a beast, the daughter of Suntzu, the oldest of his children, Kanji. You know what I'm saying? So things we're going to focus on today. Her origins, her history, her abilities, and man, can she got some abilities. Comics, animation, movies, and final thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So look, first things first is the origins, right? I got to break her down to y'all because y'all got to know who it is, right? Kanji Lee is her name, of course. Now you're wondering how the Lee part comes because her father's name is Blaine Bishop. Well, he decided in order to honor her daughter, to honor her late mother, keep the name Lee because her mother's last name was Lee. Suntzu felt as such that one day she would come to ascend and to become the heir apparent to his throne, to the throne of the assassins. And you know, you're wondering why Kanji, why not Revo? Well, let Suntzu decide that. But as you go, as the comic universe, as the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe goes, you come to find out why it is that he decides that she should be the heir apparent to him. Because although Revo has great fighting skills and all this other stuff he can do, she felt like she was more how do I say, collected in terms of what the overall picture of what she can become, of what can be right for what can be right for the group. So now let's talk about her origins. Real name is Kanji Lee. Alias, of course, you know her as Kanji. Citizenship, Filipino, South African, African, pure blood African. Yeah, not no what Caucasian claims to be African. No, African, a real African. That's what she is right there. You know what I mean? Kanji Lee Bishop, which is her name. Kanji Lee Bishop is her name. Filipino, South American, South African. She's Filipino, South African, African. And for a lot of y'all who don't know, a lot of Asian descents actually come from Africa. That's why it was that certain attributes you would see on certain Africans, certain attributes you would see. But yo, I myself have figured out that I might be partly Japanese or Korean. I haven't figured out which one it is yet. But you know, once I do. But it's also part of being a culture, of understanding where you come from. So Kanji specifically, man, this lady right here, place of birth, place of birth is Dragon Island. Height 5'11", 162. She is tall and she can whoop your, you know what? Eyes are blue, hair color is red and black, red with black stripes. Her occupation, she's a student at the university, major visual arts. And then we're gonna get into some other stuff that she can do. As you know, she's the daughter of Suntzu. You know what I'm saying? And to make it even more twisted, she's the brother of Revo. And also too, her mother's deceased, as you well know. And she's also dating Rasputin. Now that's where it gets really messed up. And Rasputin is on the Karjakz. I'm gonna get into the intricacies of that another day, but it's a hot mess, man. Let me tell y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? So Kanji, this lady right here, when you talk about like a character who is built, whose sole deal is strength. That pendant on her neck, as y'all can see, that y'all have seen multiple times. I'm gonna show y'all that pendant again. I'm gonna bust it out, man. Let y'all see it. See, Kanji don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? And she believes in strength, right? And when you believe in strength, you know, you are gonna not take any crap from anybody. Look, I'm gonna zoom in. Actually, it's better to just use this. Y'all see this pendant right here? Yeah, that's that strength pendant. Her father gave it to her. She got it from her mother before she passed, meaning strength. And so that was the last main thing that her mother gave her. So I know a lot of y'all wondering, what's the significance of that pendant? Well, the significance of that pendant is that her mother gave it to her. You have to understand something about Kanji. She lost her mother when she was young. We're talking 9 years old. Her father comes back to the Philippines to come and recruit, to come and get her back, which is something we'll give y'all in the history. And by that time, her mother had already passed. So following the immediate death of her mother, Suntzu returns immediately. No waste of time. He comes and get them immediately to take them back to the States for training, to put them in the shadow arts. Now, you have to understand something. Once her mother dies, you can imagine what a child's mind is like. Like, okay, I'm an orphan. Wasn't sure if her father was coming back for her, but, you know, Suntzu had eyes on where they were. And so the minute he found out about that, he came. And he didn't just come for collect the kids. He was eventually coming for vengeance. But he didn't want to just get the revenge himself. No, 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 no. He wanted his kids to put it down on these dudes that did the deed. And they was going to pay. But first things first, before they could pay, he was going to turn his kids into shadow arts. Make them members of the Assassins, which is Kanji, which I'm going to eventually talk about brother Revo on the next episode, right? Because that's coming right afterwards, this episode. And Kanji is the type of character that has this strength that where nothing matters but how strong you are. There's no giving her. There's no mercy. There's no understanding. There's just all out assault. Like, she ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's the reason why Suntzu sees her as a visionaire, as the heir apparent to his throne, because he realizes that she has all his attributes and nothing's more dangerous than a woman that knows what she wants. So upon her mother's passing, Suntzu comes and collects her and Revo, takes them back to the States, puts them in the shadow arts. Now you have to understand, when you're growing up 9 years old, you ain't got nobody. They have family members. Those family members were really not in power or in a position to do anything to save them. So upon her mother's passing, which really hit her differently, man, you know, to watch your mother be taken from you right in front of you, that makes you a whole different type of monster. And so upon the shadow arts training, she turns into a monster. And let me tell you, becoming what she became, oh my God. Kanji, I remember when I created this character, Kanji, I was like, I had nobody I based it on. Y'all have to understand. It's just a character I created out of thin air. I wanted to counter against Sincere, you know what I'm saying, my dream girl. But I saw Kanji as a character that I was like, whoa. And her name almost wasn't Kanji, which was the funny part. I had no name for her. The name Kanji was actually going to go to Diesel, which would make no sense because Diesel's the strong guy. But I said, wait a minute, hold up. How about I create this character named Kanji? Because I've always had a fascination with Japanese culture. And so I said, I'm going to give this lady Kanji. And it's crazy, but I have a crush on my own villain character, Kanji. Kanji's a beautiful woman. Like, but her character is totally off the chain. She don't care. And I said, I remember creating her, I was like, this is a one hell of a character. And sure enough, at the comic expos, guess who they're liking a lot? Kanji. They're like, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. She's different, man. Because you got to remember, the first version of her had a trench coat. You know what I'm saying? So as I evolved, you know what I'm saying? Look at that first version right there. You know, that's Kanji, the original Kanji right there. You know what I mean? So she was doing big things. And so as I created her, I realized that this character actually has mad potential. All my characters have mad potential, from the Karjakz to the Assassins. But creating a character, then to make her even more intrinsically different from everybody else, she has binds the ties to different places. Like, she's dating Rasputin, who she's not supposed to be dating, who's a hero. She's the daughter of Suntzu, the heir apparent, who probably is going to be the heir apparent. She's the brother of Revo. She has to also be a mother figure to Revo because Revo is younger than her by 2 years, right? And so when they lose their mother, Kanji has to become the guardian indirectly of Suntzu, of Revo, until Suntzu comes to collect them. So that time frame of when the mother passed, when family members, all they could do was feed them, they couldn't feed themselves, man, it was a trip, man. Kanji realized that, you know what? This world is unforgiving. So guess what I'm going to become? I'm going to also become unforgiving. That's why I say about her, man, she's the character that comes from, she's been through hell and back like a gajillion times, and she don't care. It's kill or be killed. That's her attitude. Kill or be killed. You know what I'm saying? So that's Kanji right there. That's the origins of Kanji. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go into the history of Kanji, right? Because one of the things that matters more than anything else is the fact that she, as I told you before, her name is Kanji Lee Bishop. Of course, Lee being coming from her mother's name, and then Bishop, of course, being her father's name. So Kanji, you know what I'm saying? I told you she's the older sister of Revo. Her mother passes away, and she becomes like this extrovert introvert that doesn't care for people. You're not getting close to her, not even a little bit. She doesn't trust no one except for her brother and her father. And it took her a while to even trust Artillery, who becomes her stepmother, who's somebody she grows really close to. And then also, too, she's close to Sincere, but Sincere eventually breaks off and joins the Karjakz, which eventually creates another betrayal. Now there's even less trust in people, right? So look, Kanji, I'm going to give you a little snippet of who she is, but I ain't giving you too much. Kanji, it's dark and hell is hot. That's the kind of life that Kanji Lee has lived. Her name itself is the very essence of strength. She fears nothing and always charges head on. Kanji means strength, and strength is all that matters to her. That's all I'm going to tell you. because I don't want to give you too much, because the first official bio book is coming through, as well as the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book, which is going to be sick as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? But Kanji, this woman right here, when you talk about an individual who had to build herself, as I told you before, once her mother died, guess what Suntzu had to do? Come back to the Philippines, Dragon Island, and collect her and her brother to take them back to the States. And in order to groom them for what the future was going to bring to them, what was going to come, put them in the shadow arts, training by different senses, different masters, all mannerisms of acrobatics, all mannerisms of martial arts training, all mannerisms of ways to defeat your foe. And so she develops the fatal attitude of kill or be killed. She has a responsibility for her brother. She has responsibilities to her father because he sees her as the heir apparent. And when you are the heir apparent, you have a lot more responsibilities on you. That's why she's always hard on Revo. Always telling him not to get off his you-know-what. Always telling him not to be bull jiving. Always telling him not to be... She's just very cold, which is very understandable because when you lose your mother, you're going to be cold. You're not going to be the same person. You know what I'm saying? And so the many versions of her, I got to show her. You see the version 1 of her, and I got to show you the version 2 of her, and then version 3 as well. Kanji's a big time character. When I go to the art expos, man, I gotta tell you, one of the things I'm proud of being a creator is the fact that people appreciate you creating your own creations. There's nothing more gratifying than creating your own characters and people telling you, man, these are the jump offs. So look, let's look at the very versions of them. Kanji version 1, Kanji version 2, and then of course Kanji version 3. Now these versions are version 5. Now this version is version 5, but what you have to understand is that, sorry y'all, look at this. Uh-oh, I gotta put this, there we go. Look at this. Y'all have to remember something. Look, so when I first started, it was this book right here. Kanji version 1. You have to remember version 2, version 3, we're on version 5 now. So this version is version 5. And this version of her is the version that I realized as with all the other characters that, okay, it was time to create the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins bio book. But in terms of the bio book, this is version 1, version 2, version 3. These books are different from each other. Now, the history of Kanji is like, we're talking about a woman. Yes, she's a woman, even though she's a young woman, but she's a woman who's had to grow fast. You know what I'm saying? I kind of... I think indirectly I relate to my characters because I myself had to grow up fast. I went through a lot, as I've dated before. I've spoken about my trauma, the things I've been through. Grew up in a household where it was very abusive. So I'm not really gonna hide what I am, but I think directly I put a lot of my life into a lot of different parts of my characters. Whether it's Kanji, whether it's Revo, whether it's Cajun, whether it's Glocks, whoever it might be. You know, I've kind of tied myself. Even though I based it on different people, but this character Kanji came out of... She's the counter of sincere, as I told you before. My dream girl is sincere, and she's the counter of sincere. And sincere is a person who decides that doing evil is not going to work for me. Kanji, on the other hand, decides that, look, being evil is the best way for me to be. You know what I'm saying? So Kanji is like a character, as I said before, who I feel is like not to be tried. Her history, the training, the combat skills, which I'm going to eventually get to later, being the heir apparent to Sun Tzu's army. And as you notice in all the comics, whether it's the cover of all the Karjakz comic books, guess where Kanji always is? She's always next to her father. Look at version 1 right there. Kanji right there next to her dad. Look at where she's next to Sun Tzu. Version 2 of the Bible book, look where Kanji is right there behind her father, the heir apparent. Version 3, look at where Kanji is in front of her father, because he decides it's time for you. One day you're going to ascend to my throne, so I might as well get you ready for it. And then look, when you even look at the Karjakz Vs Assassins poster, available on ScienceVision.com. That's right. Y'all need to get your butts on ScienceVision.com. Look at this. Look where she is, man. Always next to her father. She's right there. You know what I mean? So that's Kanji right there. All the things that this woman does, and not to mention, even in spite of all that she's been through, she's still able to make room to nurture others, primarily her brother. She has to be a mother figure to her brother. She has no choice because her brother no longer has a mother, which is another story altogether. But Kanji raises raises Revo. Most of his fighting abilities come from Kanji. Kanji trained him. She was training herself in shadow arts too, but she was also training him in the shadow arts, bringing him along, realizing the kind of talent that he has. Because eventually, one day or another, Revo is going to have to become her general. You know what I'm saying? When her father when she ascends to the throne, which we eventually know it's going to become, Kanji's going to ascend to the throne and Revo is going to become a general. You know what I'm saying? She's going to always keep an eye on her brother. She's always going to protect her brother. But she protected him. She trained him. She showed him, and she excelled his shadow arts training. You know what I'm saying? Because she realized that he was a better combatant fighter than her. But he still couldn't beat her. But he's a more talented fighter. Everybody... The only person, there's very few characters in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe that can touch Revo when it comes to hand combatants. And one of those characters is her sister, right? Kanji. And so Kanji goes through this thing. She's going through this gambit of growth, growing herself into who she's going to become, the heir apparent. I mean, just straight ruthless, ain't taking any bull job from anybody. She's quick to cut your throat. She's on that, ask questions later, I'm going to take you down first. You know what I'm saying? She's just ruthless, man. When she bring it, she bring it. She don't play no games. So, you know, and look, Kanji, speaking of Kanji, check this out. I know y'all can see it. She's right there. That's Kanji right there. On the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe right there. On the banner. You know it had to be what it had to be, man. Come on now. Right under her brother Revo. So Kanji is a great fighter, hand-to-hand combatant. That's her history. A woman from the Philippines, Dragon Island, born there, but becomes an outsider. And so, you know, as I stated before, she's the older sister of Revo. She's the daughter of Suntzu. She's dating Rasputin. You know what I'm saying? Her mother deceased long ago. And that really traumatizes you as a human being. So in that aspect, I can relate to that trauma that she has because I myself had traumas. And so these are what make my characters very interesting. This is what make my characters awesome because when I'm at the shows, people are like, man, your characters are interesting. People just having conversation with me at expos. Even when I'm driving, even when I'm driving Uber or Lyft, I'm always interacting with people, man, meeting people like, man, what you got on? Who's that character? Who's the one with the red head? I'm like, that's Kanji, man. She's a beast. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, that's Kanji's history right there. Next up are her abilities. You know what I'm saying? Kanji's abilities, man. Talk about hand-to-hand combatant skills is off the chain. When I say she can whoop you, she can whoop you. You know what I'm talking about? It's no accident that she's going to be the heir apparent to Suntzu's Lord Suntzu, as I like to call him, the Empire. You know what I'm saying? Look, let's break down what of her training. Of course, as you well know, Suntzu trains her in the shadow arts, right? But she has an array of fighting skills that include shadow arts. She's the master of Jet Kundo, a great martial arts program created by the great Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? Karate, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, Taekwondo. When I say she got kicks, man, she got kicks. And I remember creating her, I said to myself, I definitely got to have her having Taekwondo because I love Taekwondo kicks. They are so sick. Like if you've ever actually had the chance to watch a martial arts event and seen Taekwondo, you realize how cool it is. And yes, it's a Korean style martial arts. You know what I'm saying? And so Muay Thai is Thailand. You know what I'm saying? Jet Kundo, of course, is Bruce Lee, Chinese American. And then, of course, karate is American and I believe Japanese as well. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Jiu-Jitsu. She don't play, man. This lady got hands. Kanji put hands on you, it's over for you. Like, and the thing about Kanji is that her abilities are close range. So when it's not like somebody who has projectiles. No, she's close range when she's hitting you. You know what I'm saying? You can't hit her. Not to mention she has this sick old new suit. And yo, when I say she has a sick old new suit, this new version of her, oh Lord, I cannot wait to have the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book come out because this version 6, Lord have mercy. She's so sick. You wouldn't even be able to recognize her now. You know what I mean? And then, of course, the weapons that she has. I'm not going to tell you she has swords. Because these are the things I can't tell because of the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. These things I call the stars. She has an array of nunchucks. Dude. And then she has a motorcycle. Of course, the motorcycle you can see right there. You know what I mean? Right behind her. That's the motorcycle she's rocking with. That thing is super fast. Man. Then, of course, she's got tattoos on her arms, which you're going to eventually see. What those tattoos symbolize, I can't tell you. But I can tell you this. When it comes to abilities, combat skills, Kanji is second to none. Only a brother Rifo can rival her. Even when we keep it strictly to the assassin side of town. Man, probably only Suntzu himself has greater fighting abilities. But even that, even he knows that his children are or in terms of hand-to-hand combatants, are going to supersede him, which is what he wants anyway, because they are the heir apparent. And her being there, that she's the heir apparent to the throne, must be fully ready, must be fully combat ready to take ascent to that throne, because there are going to be those who wish to challenge her. And even her brother Revo himself might challenge her. So Kanji's abilities, man, when you talk about fighting skills, and the thing about Kanji is, whenever there's a mission, artillery, her stepmother, is always putting her in front, because he knows her in front is a good thing. Of course, he puts Excursion in charge, but Excursion knows that, hey, Kanji can give him that work. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have to take orders from him. She doesn't have to take directions from him. She is the heir apparent to the throne, and he knows that. But so she is the one that goes in there and says, look, let's go do it this way. And when she goes in hard. You'd be surprised if there's anything left on her or Revo go up in there. You know, it's the same way I told y'all about in the Karjakz side, where you got Sincere, Glocks, and Rasputin. Guess who goes in on the villain side? Excursion, Kanji, and Revo. Always them three that go first. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to wherever it is they're going about to infiltrate. And the assassins are notoriously known for infiltrating anywhere. It doesn't matter what base it is. There's no base, no installation, no whatever government that can stop them. They cannot be stopped. The only people that can stop them are Karjakz. You know what I'm saying? The heroes. And so Kanji, being the daughter of Suntzu, she's learning these abilities. She's an incredible hand-to-hand combatant. She can kick butt. Man, she can whoop the mess out of you. I remember when I created her, I've spoken on this before, I was very impressed with the fact that I made her this powerful. Like, I've watched a lot of cartoons, but I've never really seen a female character who rocks katanas that uses them in such a cool fashion. I've seen characters with one. I've seen characters with both six. Excuse me. I've seen characters with different types of combat skills, but not the kind of way she can fight, man. She's literally the female Revo. But if I had to compare her to another character, she's the female Deathstroke. Literally. In terms of him being like just all-out assault, he can kick anybody's butt. You know what I mean? Kanji's got hands like that. You know what I'm saying? She's a beast of the highest order. Very few can touch this woman's combative skills, man. It's very difficult to touch this woman. You know what I'm saying? Even her brother Revo, who as great as he is, he knows what's up. You know what I mean? So Kanji, fighting skills, I wish I could show her the new version of her. She looked just so sick. But she was trained also too by Sincere, who's somebody she considered a sister. You know what I'm saying? Aside from me training the shadow art, Sincere took her under her wing and showed her how to really fight. That's why her and Sincere were so tight. That's why if you were wondering about the uniform, her and Sincere's uniform kind of look alike, but that's also different too. But when Sincere departs to go to the Karjakz, she feels betrayed. And yes, when you have a kill or no be killed attitude, that's an ability. When you have a mindset of, hey, I don't trust nobody, that's an ability. When you have a mindset of, I'm not going to fall to victim, that's a mindset, that's an ability. So these are all the different abilities that Kanji has. And not to mention her ability to think, process information fast, be a visualizer, be a visionaire. Yo, this woman cannot be tried. As Suntzu told her, the most dangerous thing on this earth is a woman that knows what she wants. And she knows what she wants. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's Kanji's ability. Next up are the comics. Oh, man, when I say comics, man, they are off the chain. Comics. As with all my characters in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, she's going to be part of the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe comics, and she's also going to have her own individual comics. But what's significant is that from version 1 of the Bio book to version 2 to version 3 and version 4, which is also coming too, because the version 4 is going to have the version 6 of the characters in them. Yes, I know it's complicated. Try to keep up. Don't get too lost. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you got this called Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. It's nasty. It's big. It's humongous. Now let's go back to the Assassins right here, the Bio book. Kanji, version 1 of the Bible. As you see, when I first started trying to get my comic book on, the hardest part was creating names, profiles, where they're coming from, who they are, the whole Bible book. And once I got to this Bible book, as I started to evolve it, right, went to version 2 of it, of the Bible book. You know what I'm saying? Look, check it out, check it out, check it out. Check that out. Look, the version 2 of the Bible book, right there. Sorry, y'all. Over here, yawning. That ain't good. Kanji version. Look at this version right here. You can see there's a growth of my skill level, right? As I'm evolving in the comics, the Bible book starts to take shape, right? And then, of course, the last version of it. Can't forget the last version of it. Come on now. The current last version of it anyway. Look at this. Kanji, man, just doing the doggone thing. She looks completely different. No more trench coat. Look at that. I go from trench coat to no more trench coats. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Kanji was doing, man. This had to be done. Evolution. You know what I'm saying? Look at her right there, version 3. And so the comics did the same thing too. So when you got a character like this, as I've talked about this before, when I talked about all the female characters, I've never seen a female character have her own comic book the way I'm going to have it. Not Storm, not Vixen, not Captain Marvel, not whoever it is I can think of, not Rogue, but Kanji's different. Just like Artillery, just like Cynthia, just like Escalade, her comic book gonna be off the chain. She's too powerful of a character for me not to have given her a comic book. I said to myself, you know what? At first I was gonna just keep it where all the Karjakz were always in one comic book. Characters from the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Both the Karjakz and the Assassins. But I said, you know, forget this. As I created the first official Karjakz comic book, I said, oh my God, I've got something special here. How cool would it be for each character to have their own comic book? And I'm like, okay, Kanji's no different. Imagine me telling the story about how she lost her mother. The evolution of how Suntzu comes to scoop her up and takes her to the Americas to train in the shadow arts. And then she grows into her own. Now she's part of the Assassins. Now she becomes one of the vital characters in the Assassins group. Now, and then the story of how she becomes heir apparent to Suntzu. All these different comic stories that are going to look so amazing, that are going to elevate this character, Kanji, who is ferocious, man. You know, one of the things I saw why I created the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, aside from the fact that I didn't see anybody look like me, I wanted my characters to look like me, be of African descent, be of Nigerian descent, be of Afrocentric nature. Yes, I'm not trying to hide that. There's no bones about it. Anybody can see my character realizing that, hey, I'm all about putting chocolate on the map. I don't care. Marvel, DC, whomever is doing a piss poor job of putting characters that look like me, that look like my community on the map. And when they do it, it's a bull job. I'm not standing for that nonsense anymore. I'm not begging Marvel and DC. I don't need a job. I don't. People ask me all the time, do you want to work for Marvel or DC? I'm like, hell no. Hell no, I don't want to work for them. Why would I want to work for them? There's nothing good about me working for them. I'm going to be subjugated. I'm going to have my mind I'm not going to be creative. Not to mention going to own my characters. I'll pass on that. Thank you very much. I own the trademarks of my characters. I've been coming a long way. And so Kanji in the comic books, when I tell you she's going to be a beast, she's going to be a beast. Give me a second, y'all. Gotta get my water. Gotta stay hydrated. This summer ain't no joke, man. This summer ain't no joke. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you have global warming. We need our leaders to get off that you-know-whats and fix our problems. We as individual citizens themselves all over the world, we need to get better with our global warming and handle our business. You know what I mean? But Kanji, the comic books, man, the bio book, man, she gonna be rocking it. The storyline. And then also, too, when I'm talking about her, I'm going to indirectly talk about her brother, Revo, which matters because these stories intertwine everything that who she becomes and how she becomes who she is as Kanji. So those are the stories of a comic book. How sick is that? A bio book based on an amazing character that I created. When I tell you that the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book is off the chain, it's off the chain. You get to really know the story of Kanji and where she fits into the whole situation as I create even further comic books in the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, because this first comic book that's coming out encompasses everybody. And then when I'm able to veer off into the individual characterism, oh my Lord have mercy. There's gonna be so many comics on this woman, man, it's gonna be off the chain. She's too great of a character, man. So yo, the comics are gonna be off the chain. Like I said, I was inspired by reading comics about Storm, a few of Wonder Woman comics that I've seen, Rogue, who else am I thinking of? Captain Marvel. I never saw any Captain Marvel comics. Take that back. Oh. Maybe a few Hawkgirl comics. Black Widow. Oh yeah, for sure Black Widow. That's really where a lot of these female characters, I'm a big Black Widow fan. She by far is my favorite Marvel female character. She by far is my favorite female character that is not in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Because I know a lot of you are like, it ain't Storm. No, it ain't Storm. Everything always got to be about color. I like Black Widow because she's human. and she emphasizes the whole traits of being a human, how you can exceed boundaries that are set for you as a human. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So Kanji, man, the comic books, oh Lord, they're gonna be off the chain. They got to be. Are you kidding me? It's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? So yo, Kanji comic books, the storyline, which eventually going to lead to the animation, because I'm building the animation off the comics. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's real vital. This first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book that's coming out is off the chain. It's finger licking good. It's that damn good. I mean, you will drool when you look at it. I'm proud of it. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, man, I created this off the chain, y'all. So yo, that's comics right there. Next. Next up is animation. Animation is vital. You know what I'm saying? Animation is vital. I can't stress the importance of animation. How it's important that animation, the whole gambit of characters, as you know, the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe is one animation. Then the whole characters themselves. How can I not give this character an amazing animation? And that's another thing why I wanted to animate. Give animated movies to all my characters. Kanji not also being part of that too. There ain't no animations on women. Not enough. They do Wonder Woman reruns all the time. Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. But that's boring. Well, I remember one thing I told myself when I created Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, I am not just focusing on the male characters. The female characters are just as important and as strong as the male characters, if not stronger. One of the things I never saw in animation was how putting forth female characters. You saw it in X-Men a little bit. You saw it in Avengers because Black Widow came, and then of course subsequently you had Captain Marvel, Kamala, Miss Marvel. Then you had in the X-Men you had Storm, you had Rogue, you had Jean Grey, you know, you had Jubilee, of course, and then you had Emma Frost, White Queen. But there was never a importance of stress of putting the female characters in the front. You had episodes here and there, but I never really saw an animated series. How sick would it have been to see an animation series? You know what I'm saying? Even movies, which I'm going to get down the line. An animation series on a character this cool. Are you kidding me? Kanji would be spitfire. It'd be crazy off the chain. Like to have Kanji be in her own animation series. Like, and everything would be based on everything that's built off the comic book, as you know. You know what I'm saying? I'd be talking about her storyline, her brother, the story of how her when she was growing up. That's a storyline. The story of how when she loses her mother. That's a storyline. The story of how Suntzu comes to pull her and take her back to the States to treason the shadow arts, to make her become the heir apparent to the Assassin's universe, the Assassin's throne. That's the storyline of what she becomes when she goes off on her own. The storyline of how she and Rasputin are a couple. How that works out. There's so many animations I could do on this woman. Just like all the other female characters in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, I got to bring it, and I'm going to bring it. That's the beauty of being independent. You don't need anybody's animation. Excuse me, anybody. I just said animation. You don't need anybody's permission. I wanted to say permission. I said animation. I'm thinking about too much cartoon, man. Permission to say my character is super cool, and I got to integrate her into animation. I got to give her own show, and I'm going to because I have the. Right now, I'm about to start school, animation school, in about 2 weeks. I can't wait for school to jump off. So now, y'all thought I was a great animator before. You about to see some real next level stuff, man. Because what I'm about to learn at school is going to change my skills, my abilities, and I'm looking forward to it because to grow, you must learn. To learn, when you learn, you grow. To grow, you must learn. And when you learn, you grow. See? Vice versa, man. You know what I'm saying? And so this character is going to be amazing. She's going to have her own animation show. You know what I'm saying? She's going to do her own thing. She's going to be that boss lady. She's going to have an animated series. And I'm even going to have a story of how she's Suntzu's daughter and how all that makes her the heir apparent. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen villains, especially female villains, have their own animated series. I haven't seen it. I can't think of one. I think all the cartoons I've ever watched, when I think about villains that I've thought of, never seen an animated series. God, it's even hard to think about female villains. Whether it's DC side, whether it's Marvel side, I can't really think of any animated character that, excuse me, y'all, that had their own animated movie or animated series. It's just like I've never seen it. I can't think of it. You know what I'm saying? maybe it's blowing my mind right now. I can't think of any, but yo, Kanji having an animated series is gonna be off the chain. And speaking of animation series, I got to show y'all the Karjakz Vs Assassins animation series. Man, get ready, man. I'm about to show y'all. This is what's going down right here. Get ready, y'all. Here we go. So I got to show y'all this right here. Let's go. Are y'all ready, man? Here we go. Man, I told y'all it was Spitfire. No, that animation series I created was something that I created when I first started the idea of Karjakz Vs Assassins. It was always going to be an animation series to me. But when I created that in school, and I barely knew what the hell I was doing, my teacher was blown away. I was blown away to have done what I've done. I can't tell you how many views that thing gets every week that I put it on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever platform I put it on. I'm so proud of that creation. And so imagine me having that for the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Now imagine me having that for Kanji herself, by herself. So she's always going to be part of the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins animation universe. But then she's always going to be able to veer off on her own, because that's the whole game plan. To make sure every single character in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe has their own thing. This is how you create strength. This is how you create growth. This is how you create abundance of creation. I'm not going to be limited. I'm not going to do what Marvel does, where they only focus on certain characters. I'm not going to do what DC does, where they always only focus on certain characters. No, I'm focused on every single character. And Kanji is just another line of characters in my whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe that's going to be focused on. She is a beast. What I say, she's a beast. And this animation series is going to be off the chain. You know, I've always wanted to have my own characters have their own animation series, and she's no different, man. So, yo, that's Kanji. The animation series is going to be off the chain. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to have an animation series on characters this cool? I'm going to show y'all again. Look at Kanji. Sick with it. Not to mention she's gorgeous. So people are going to be like, yo, dang, she fine and she can whoop you. That's right. So the anime series is going to be off the chain. And some of my big influences, as y'all well know, Techno Man, Gundam Wing, Gargoyles, X-Men, the anime series from the 1990s, Avengers, Avengers Assemble, Ronin Warriors, Blade, the animated series. I always forget that, but I'm not forgetting that. Some of the stuff you see on my banner, Turtles, he goes into half shell, Turtle Power. I always watched a lot of Japanese Gundam Wing. I always watched a lot of cartoon Thundercats. Shoot, look at me just rearing them off. I've always watched a lot of animated series, but that Japanese style, man, was off the chain. And so when I created my own characters, it's Japanese style animation, so you know it's going down. And when I tell y'all this animation series I'm working on, this new animation intro I'm working on, oh, Lord have mercy, is sick as hell. Sick as hell. So, yo, that's Kanji with the animation, man. Next up are the movies. We got to do the movies. How else am I not gonna do movies? You know what I'm saying? Movies got to be off the chain. Can you imagine Kanji, as stated before, being a whole part of the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, being part of the movies, but then having her own thing. And back to again what I said in the animation. There aren't that many movies for women, man. Superhero movies. None. Superheroes or supervillain. We got Captain Marvel. We got Black Widow. When am I going to see Storm? When we going to see Rogue? When we going to see Hawkgirl? These are the reasons why the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe is so cool. I don't wait on corny ideas. Like, I don't have to be corny like Marvel and DC. And they get on my damn nerves with the whole, we're only going to focus on what you know already. No. Diversify. You got so many cool characters. And I'm telling myself, I got Escalade. I got Sincere. I got Artillery. I got Kanji. I got Snipes. You know what I'm saying? And now I got other characters that are also going to be part of the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe expanded. I got many more characters, man. But Kanji's going to just be like all the other strong women in the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. She's got to have her own movie. And when I visualize the movie, who could play Kanji? I think of a lady like, think of somebody. Okay. Y'all ever seen this show, Godfather, on Hulu? The woman that plays Forrest Whitaker's wife on Godfather. You know what? I'm about to get my Google search on. Now I got to get my Google search on. I got to find out the name. Because I've always thought she would make a good Kanji. Godfather of Harlem drama series. There we go. So let's check out the cast. There we go. Her name is Ifishnesha Hedera. So she's let me see if I can. You know what? I'm looking. Her name. Yeah, it's got to be cast and crew. And turn around. I just want to get to know you. I'm over here singing, practicing, man. I got you. You gotta love your talent. You gotta love your voice, man. I just want to get to know you. Turn around. Yeah, that's right. This sister named Anish Fisher. I'm pretty sure she's Utopian. But man, she's gonna be, man. So she's gonna make an amazing Kanji. She would be an amazing Kanji. Her name is Ifishnish Hedra. You know what I'm saying? She would make an amazing Kanji. She's gonna be. I plan on making sure I use African descendants to play these characters, man. There's too many talented actors out there. This lady's just one of many few that I know that she's gonna be making part. She would make an amazing Kanji. Who else would make an amazing Kanji? Y'all ever seen that show Shogun? She could do it. I don't mind an Asian lady playing Kanji because Kanji's Filipino. Who else am I thinking about that's a sister that would make an amazing Kanji? Come on, think. Man, this is when you go fog, man. This is the wrong time to go on fog. I'm over here trying to tell y'all actors that could play this amazing character. Lord have mercy, man. Who else? Come on, I'm thinking. Man, yo, but that's just the two actors off top that I can think of that could play Kanji. Maybe the girl that played Storm in X-Men, even though I thought the movie sucked, but I thought she was a good actor. She could do it. Who else? Shoot. I just want to get to know ya. I'm over here singing. Man, those are the characters I can think of, man. But Kanji, the movies? What? Same way, and as y'all already talked about it, the storyline from when she was born to when her mother, to her mother getting taken out by the arch nemesis of Suntzu, to her going from the Dragon Islands of Philippines to the Americas to learn shadow arts. These are all movie scenes, so I'm gonna have different people playing it, and she's just going to get to Anisha herself. Ifinish Hedra. Like I said, if I had my way, you know, I think about all these talented individuals that's gonna play this character Kanji. But you know, those are the storyline. The sequence of the animation is eventually going to become the sequence of the movie. I don't want to mess up the show. I've always felt like I've always been a great writer. And I've met various people from different studios, whether it's Paramount Studios or whoever. They come to the comic expos, come to my table and tell me how talented I am. I'm like, yeah, cool, but I still don't want to work for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I probably can say this. I turned down Activision, a job. They wanted me to draw the characters for them. I said, nah. They weren't willing to sign a disclosure for me to protect the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. And my uncle told them, nah, tell them no. I'm good. I'm not losing any money. And yo, when I say the salary would have been off the chain, salary would have been off the chain. We're talking nice, awesome 6 figures. That's all I'm going to say. I would have been balling. I would have stacked up money and went on my own. But when you have to understand the business side of this stuff, and that's the reason why I've always been wanting to be independent, because I don't want any company screwing me over. I've had a bunch of people talking about offering me. I say, you can't afford me. So I'm going to always stay this code as independence. Even when I do my movies, I'm going to be independent. If I do any alliances, it's going to be on my terms. I'm not going to allow any company to screw me over. You ain't screwing me over. So being a director, that's going to be easy for me. Being a writer for movie scripts, I've already written scripts, yo. When I tell you I've written scripts, the animated series for Karjakz Vs Assassins already has 2 seasons written already. Movies for these characters I'm talking about, I've already written scripts already. Like, I'm not messing around. I know what I want to do. It's a matter of finding talent. You know, even y'all watch Atlanta? What's that lady? I'm gonna get her name. I'm always forgetting her name. Hold on. I just wanna get to know you. Wanna turn around. Let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Atlanta. Yep, ZZ Beats. She's been in cartoons like Invincible. You know, I'm trying to think. What else? I'm trying to think. But you know, these are the cats. She would make an amazing Kanji in a movie role. Man, I'm over here thinking about people that could play this Joker, man. Let me see. How many seasons? Turn around. I just wanna get to know you. Yeah, it's only 3 seasons. Yeah, so Godfather of Harlem, which is where that lady that I talk about, if finish the character that I think she will make an amazing Kanji, it went 3 seasons, but she did such a great job, such an influence, man. But these amazing ladies, and not to mention the one advantage I have is there's such a lack of diversity in superhero movies that when I drop these Karjakz Vs Assassins movies, both as the whole universe and as individually, it's gonna be off the chain. I get a joy from realizing that there's gonna be some African American kids, Asian kids from different cultures saying, wow, that character looks like me. I could be a supervillain. I could be a superhero. That's what really matters to me. So I've never wanted to beg any studio. Like I told you, I turned down Activision. I didn't give a damn. My uncle's like, yo, if you can't sign this for him, forget y'all. They may remember me. I don't remember them because I didn't lose no sleep when I told them no. And you know, you have to know your value. That's something I didn't know before. Now I know my value. Once I created my characters, even at that time I didn't know my value. But now, with all the stuff that I can do, what? I'm gonna have my own movie studio one day, man. I'm talking huge. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be begging any movie studios to let me make anything. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, yo, let's go drop the 3rd Karjakz Vs Assassins movie. Hey, yo, let's go drop a Kanji movie. It's going down, y'all. So, yo, movies with Kanji, finding the right actors, these talented, amazing actors. There's a bunch of ladies out there that could play this lady, man. So I ain't gonna be shy about, yo, finding the right actor. And yes, they're all gonna be African American. They're all gonna have African descendants in them. And that's really what I'm gonna go for. So, yo, that's Kanji and the movies. It's gonna be off the chain. I got to show you the poster again. Look at Kanji. Oh my God. Can you imagine if finish with red hair or ZZ Beats or just whoever it is that I end up with, man? There's so many talented actors out there. Maybe even Zendaya could play it. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many talented people, man. So yo, that's the movies, man. That's you know, that's Kanji today. I'm so excited. I got that energy, man. I got that juice. You know what I'm saying? These villains, boy, it's going down. So yo, that's Kanji right there. You know what I'm saying? What can I tell you? She's an amazing character. You know, when I focus on this lady, she's kind of the antithesis of what a character should be: strong, independent, strong-willed. And yeah, I got to show you the original version because that just has sentimental value to it, man. And as you all well know, I've never said this before, but one of the reasons why the version 1 of my characters is so important to me is the only version my grandmother, who passed away in 2013, got to see. Of course, it's the version that created all the other versions, but it's the one she got to see. And she used to say to me, "Onlati yai bitofelo." I'm gonna say it again, "Onlati yai bitofelo," which means in my language, you must draw where you want to go. And I started drawing everything. And the minute I kept to those words that she gave me, that gift she gave me, those words were her gift she gave me. Probably the last gift she gave me. And so I hold on to it dearly, man. And that's why she has a character too in the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. Just my grandmother. She has a character. I'm not telling you the name, but all you need to know is that character's gonna be a monster. I'll draw one on my mother already. My mother already has a character. But you know, this character, the version 1 is very important to me. That's why I'm always really emotionally tied to the version 1 of my characters. I put them on everything first. Whether it's shoes, whether it's bomber jackets, whether it's t-shirts, it's always my characters. I'm always putting the version 1 of them because that's what she got to see. And I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna veer towards like constant creation. I'm not gonna be shy about my characters. And Kanji is no different. She's no different than other characters talked about. Whether it's the assassins, Suntzu, artillery, excursion, now Kanji, or whether it's the heroes, Cajun, Glocks, Rasputin, Sincere, Shepherd, Diesel. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be a go-to, shall I say? You know, like Kanji is a very powerful character, and finding the right actors, when I do the animations, even the voiceover, there's so many talented individuals. Like she's a character that has strength. She's gonna be so relatable to people because she lost a lot, like her mother. She's an orphan, and look at what she turns out to be. She builds herself to what she becomes, to become the heir apparent of the assassin's throne. You know what I'm saying? And then she raises her brother. Like, it's so difficult to be 9 years old, growing as a human being yourself, and then to have to take care of another human being till your father comes to get y'all. Yeah, it's really she's an amazing character, man. Like, I can't wait for people to say to me, "Man, Kanji's that dog. She's a proper alpha." You know what? That's the word I'm looking for. Kanji is an alpha female. She ain't about no bull jive. And that's the kind of women that I'm usually attracted to. Like, I have no interest in corny women that look for somebody to save them. No, save yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why Sincere is my dream girl. She's a woman who's independent. And then Kanji's the counter of Sincere, except she's a villain. So Kanji, man, when it comes to a super villain, I don't know, man. Ain't too many can touch her, man. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, she's a character people are going to relate to. She's independent. She's strong-willed. She's just no nonsense. She's about no bull jive. She will lay you down without thinking twice about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, that's Kanji, man. An amazing character. The daughter of Suntzu. The heir apparent to the Assassins universe. The heir apparent to the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins gauntlet. The heir apparent to this throne that is the Assassins. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, that's Kanji right there, man. I can't stress enough how important it is that I had to talk about her today. She's an amazing character. The brother of Revo, the sister of Revo, excuse me, the daughter of Suntzu, the stepdaughter of artillery, the Dayton Rasputin, which is a whole crazy bag of crazy for another time. You know what I'm saying? When I focus on the Karjakz again, but yo, the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. But yes, Kanji, man. Before we get up out of here, though, as usual, I got to talk about the new products we got. Well, first of all, talk about posters. If you want you a Kanji poster, get your butt on soundvision.com and you can order it. We got posters, we got canvas art, you know what I'm saying? You can get in different sizes too. 11 by 17, 13 by 19, 24 by 36, you know what I'm saying? And the various sizes that the canvas art offers, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? First things first, let's talk about some shorts. If you love shorts with zippers, you just want to be able to wear it around, you got to get one of our shorts on soundvision.com. Check this out, man. Look at this, y'all. We're making shorts now. Great for working out, great for general wear. If you love shorts, you got to get on soundvision.com. I know it's the summer and you ain't trying to walk around all sweating, your legs all sweating, but guess what? If you want to avoid that mess, go get one of our shorts. And we got them in different characters too. Karjakz Vs Assassins, Batman, Voltron, Blade, Iron Man, Black Panther, Mega Man, You name it, we got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's finishes@sunvision.com, and yes, it does come with a zipper. If you're wondering, it comes with pockets. We always doing things at Sunvision. You know we don't play. You know what I'm saying? These are custom shorts, man. And guess what else they're great for? They're actually great for swimming. To be honest with y'all, you can actually swim in this. So that's what they're great for, man. You know what I mean? Then of course, can't forget the sweatpants. Now these are the I call these the All-Star sweatpants. It's got all kinds of my favorite characters on there. Blade. Let's start on this side. Blade. Turtles from Teenage Leonardo from Turtles. Wolverine. Panthro. Then on this side, you got Ryu, you got Iron Man, you got Mega Man, you got Captain Mecha Sam Wilson. Then when I flip it to the back, more people. We got Black Panther, War Machine, Techno Man, Voltron, Defender of the Universe. We got Batman, The Dark Knight, Green Lantern, John Stewart. Of course I ain't gonna put no Al Jordan on here. Hell no. Spider-Man, Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Sweatpants. These are great for working out. These are great for general wear. People always stand at me when I wear them and like, man, what you got on? Man, I got on All-Star pants with everybody on it. Then of course, I got the Karjakz Vs Assassins one right here. Look at this. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? Got Karjakz Vs Assassins on I'm wearing that right there. This is what I'm wearing for the show. You can see right there. Look at this. I'm not playing no games. You got to get on soundvision.com and get you a pair, man. That's what we're doing on Soundvision. Then of course, I want to say, then of course, we got since we're talking about the lady, we're talking about ladies, we're talking about Kanji, we got to talk about the ladies' Bata's wedge sneakers. Yes, sneakers. Sick as hell. Escalade on that side, CNC on this side, Mirage on this side, Artillery on this side. These are platinum wedge Batas, but you get them in different baseline ones. Kanji, of course. Escalade by themselves. The whole Karjakz Assassin universe. Wonder Woman, Vixen, Storm, Black Widow, Hawk Girl, all the various women, ladies characters that Captain Marvel that I've drawn, available on soundvision.com. You can get it on the Bata's wedge sneakers. These things are sick as hell. This is what we're doing on Soundvision, and they are super comfortable. Ladies have told me they are comfortable. My main thing is to always make quality stuff. And when I designed these, ladies have told me, man, these are off the chain. I can't tell men and women that like these sneakers, they are sick. Not to mention, ladies be telling me they be wearing all kinds of stuff. Leggings, jeans, sweatpants. They be like, you can wear with pretty much everything. And they even told me it's great for travel. When they're traveling on the road, it's great for travel. When you go through that TSA checkpoint, all you gotta do is unbuckle your laces. You ain't even gotta unbuckle your laces. You just take them off. They slide right off. You know what I mean? So yo, soundvision.com. Then of course, can't forget the Batas 2 high tops, the classics. You know what I'm saying? This is a classic high tops right there. You know what I mean? This is a baseline high top sneakers right here, because as you know, I've got the platinum versions. But I always love showing these because I've had these for a minute, man. They're my babies. You know what I mean? You can get them in different characters through Karjakz Vs Assassins. As you can see, the art on the inside, on the outside, on the inside, on the inside, on the outside. Classic Karjakz Vs Assassins version 5, classic Karjakz Vs version 1. You know what I mean? And look, they are super comfortable. High tops, they go with anything. You know what I'm saying? They're waterproof even in the front too. You know what I mean? So everything at Soundvision, this is available. And these same sneakers are the ones that are on AnnadaleCenter.com. That's right. I'm proud of it. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? The wedge sneakers too. They're on AnnadaleCenter.com. Man, I've come a long way. When I created the vision for these sneakers, I did not realize how far I was going to come, how fast I was going to come. You know what I'm saying? Get how far I was going to come. It's amazing to believe in yourself, man. And so, yo, look. Soundvision.com, Batas 2 high tops. We've got them in low tops as well. And of course, you got the Batas 3 high tops coming through. Low tops, the Batas 3 line of sneakers, they're coming, man. Don't worry, y'all. They are coming. The Batas 3s, they are coming. They are Spitfire. You know what I'm saying? We do kids sneakers now. Man, the whole game is changing, y'all. I've come a long way from where I am. So get ready. The kids sneakers, they are definitely available. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be on and popping. So Batas 2 sneakers on Soundvision.com. As I stated, both of these are available on AnnadaleCenter.com. You know what I'm saying? They got links that link you to my website. It's on and percolating, y'all. Oh, I don't came up. And then last but not least, I have to show this to y'all because we just designed this for a customer. This is a custom Storm t-shirt. Custom Storm t-shirt. Let's check it out, y'all. Look at the front right there. Look at the right sleeve. Look at that. My mannequin just falling apart. Look at this. Left sleeve right there. Flip it to this side. The right sleeve right there. X-Men, as you well know, from the X-Men, Storm from the X-Men animated series. Check this out, yo. Look at this. This thing is sick, man. I don't play. Look at this thing. And then guess what else now? We got us a QR code. We doing big things at Sanusi Vision. We don't play. The actual brand is on and popping, man. Look at this. Storm. This shirt is sick. Gonna be getting it out to the customer. The lady was amazed when I sent the video to her about the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Look at this thing. It's sick as hell. Look at. Let me give you another 360. Let y'all look at it. You know what I'm saying? And so look, we got them in different characters too. Storm. Look at that thing looking huge. Wonder Woman. Vixen. Hawk Girl. Black Widow. Captain Marvel. Batwoman. Shoot. And then characters, Karjakz Vs Assassins. The women love turtles too, so you know it's different things, but we can make different shirts, man, different stuff. But this one, this Storm t-shirt, oh Lord, I have to show it to y'all. This thing is sick as hell. I know the customer can't wait to get it, man. And the trippy part, we got our own QR code. Talk about coming a long way, y'all. Talk about coming a long way. You know you want to scan that, go ahead and scan it. Take yourself to sunvision.com. You know what I mean? So yo, that's a Storm t-shirt, available, customized. You know I don't play no games. Man, this is on and popping. Man, wait till you see shirts like this when I go to the Comic Expo. So, you know what I'm saying? So, that's the t-shirts right there, man, for sunvision.com. We doing big things, y'all. Big things at Sunvision. So, y'all, that's our show for today. It's been an amazing episode. All the cool products we got. Oh, yeah, can't forget. Y'all got to go get a water bottle. Come on now. Y'all stop playing hating. Y'all know y'all want a water bottle, just like me. Get my water bottle on. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget. Glasses cases, you know what I mean? So it's important to have that, man. And then of course, something I've always told myself I'm gonna start doing more and more. Mental health. Ain't hiding it. I have therapy. I've just got my 22nd therapy this past Thursday. You know what I'm saying? I just did it. It feels great every time I do a therapy session. I am completely night and day from the person I used to be. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, if you're going through a lot, get you a therapist, but don't just get you any kind of therapist. Don't get no bull job therapist. Get you one that's going to pull you forward. Don't get you one that's going to have you reliving your past. The whole point of therapy is to heal from your past. Whatever traumas might have ailed you. I had a lot of traumas, but still, my therapist told me that I've achieved amazing things because most people that go through what I went through, they become drug addicts, they become alcoholics, they become all these negative things. But I didn't do that. I became positive. I created Karjakz Vs Assassins. Version 1 right here. Version 2 right here. As of today, right now, I am on day number 446 in my journal since when I started my therapy session. I am now 1 year and 8 months into it. I had a 2-year contract with myself that I was going to do for 2 years. And you know what? As great as it's going, I might not stop after 2 years. Because as you garner success too, talking to your therapist about being successful, that's also something too. You know what I'm saying? So find your therapist that cares about you. And my therapist's idea. It was my therapist's idea to have my journals. You know what I'm saying? This is the 5th journal that I've had. I'm actually designed the number 6 journal. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to tell your story every day, how it goes, where it's going, where you want it to go. Just, it's okay, man, to get help, man. So please, if you need it, please. There are many hotlines out there. There are many therapists out there. Hopefully you are fortunate enough and lucky enough to get one as great as I got. Because my therapist, he's off the chain great. And you find commonalities. Listen to that person. Let them help you. Let them pull you forward. Which is where I am now, man. Y'all, I've come a long way. Look at this pendant my mother gave me. I'm able to appreciate it even more now because this pendant means being king of your own kingdom. That's why you see me wearing on the podcast episode all the time. I wear this everywhere I go. This pendant brings me great luck. It's energy, man. So I feel different. Even when family members see me, they're like, man, you look different. I said, I always work out. No, they said, that's not what we mean. You look different internally, physically, emotionally. The 4 things that matter when you get in your mind right with this mental therapy, mental health, physical health, emotional health, and spiritual health. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no religion, man. I'm just talking about you being one with the universe, finding your place in it, knowing that you do belong, knowing that you are great. And that's the problem, man. This society doesn't let people tell people how great they can be. All it does is down them. And you got all these weak human beings on social media, a bunch of cowards who have no backbone, always got to have something to say. You know how many negative haters I get on social media? I don't be caring because my mind is set on success. Like Edgerrin James said, the great running back for the Hall of Fame running back for the Indianapolis Colts. We live life forwards and we understand it backwards. Because of therapy, I'm able to live life forwards, and I understand my past. It no longer is holding me down anymore. Man, that anxiety of y'all used to whoop me. I mean, whoop me. If you don't believe me, ask my family, man. Now I'm a different man. I'm at peace, man. I love my life. I love it. I write I love my life in my journal every day. Look. Just to prove to y'all how I'm not playing, look at this. I write this every day. I write every day. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all, I'm on day number 446. You know what I'm saying? I write every day. I write every single day. You know what I'm saying? I don't miss. I don't play. So get your journal, man. If you want one of these amazing journals, because I got them on my website, sunvision.com. They're 30 bucks. 30 bucks of awesome art. 30 bucks is not a lot of money. I'm not going to devalue myself. Like I told you, I value myself now. So 30 bucks for my awesome art, whether it's Karjakz Vs Assassins version 1 or version 5, or individual characters from the Karjakz Vs Assassins, whether it's Cajun, Escalade, Glock, Scratch, Spoon, Sincere, Dizzle, Shepherd, or the Assassins, Kanji, Suntzu, Artillery, Revo, Snipes, Yukon, Excursion, the Coyotes, or Seth and Sphinx, don't matter. Or just want Batman, Wonder Woman, Voltron, Blade, Iron Man, anybody on my banner, Turtles, Mega Man. It's all available for journals, man. So get you a journal, man, and find the serenity within yourself, because you need 3 things to be successful in life. Not money. 3 things: serenity, peace, and clarity. Serenity, peace, and clarity. That's my main 3 right there. Every single day I say it to myself. So y'all, that's what's going on with that. I have to talk about that. I'm always going to talk about mental health every single episode. I got no shame in my game, because it's pulled me forward. So get your mind right, man. Get your mind right. That's what I'm gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right. So y'all, that's our podcast episode for today. I want to thank y'all for listening. Before we get out here, we got to thank these sponsors. We got to pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? This Sunvision podcast is brought to you by Tigler. If you need executive services, from plumbers to pediatricians and everything between, search Tigler today. Don't wait. Search Tigler. That's Tigler.com, y'all. Get your Tigler on and get your search on and find you that professional, because there's no other platform that can help you find the best professional other than Tigler.com. And this podcast is also brought to you by Anadel Foot and Ankle. Don't live with foot pain. Let Anadel Foot and Ankle make your feet happy again. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. That's AnadelCenter.com for details, y'all. I'm always telling y'all, Anadel Center, if you want to get them feet right, you got to get on AnadelCenter.com and get your popping on. So, you know, my 2 sponsors, man, look at that. They pull me forward. Tigler pulls me forward. Anadel pulls me forward. As stated before, my sneakers, the Batas line of footwear, is the official sneaker, the official footwear for AnadelCenter.com. And when I tell you Anadel's rolling with the big dogs, both Anadel and Tigler, they're rolling with some big dogs. You know what I'm saying? Anadel got connections, man, to various soccer teams. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Tigler, they got various connections to various big businesses. You know what I'm saying? It's on a popping, y'all. And guess who's connected with those 2 companies? Sanusi Vision. I don't came a long way. Sanusi Vision. Sanusi Vision podcast. We doing big things at Sanusi Vision. That's why they join forces with me, because they know I'm balling. We going somewhere with this. You know what I'm saying? So no, y'all, I want to thank you for listening, man. That's our sponsor right with the bills that have to be paid. So y'all, I want to thank you for listening. Today's episode about Kanji was amazing, from the Karjakz Vs Assassins universe. You know what I'm saying? And this podcast, this Sunvision podcast, is produced, written, and directed by yours truly, Adewale Agboke Jr. Y'all hear my Nigerian accent. I'm proud of myself, man. So please check out our amazing website at sunvision.com. You know what I'm saying? We got a QR code now. So feel free to, whenever you see products, you're going to see that QR code. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Please check out our website for all the cool, amazing stuff, from glasses cases to bucket hats to red sneakers to, you know what I'm saying, shoot, Batas high tops. You know what I'm saying? Of course, can't forget the t-shirts, man. Yeah, can't forget that. You know what I mean? So yo, check it out. Be on the lookout, man. Can't even forget Kanji poster. You got to get your poster. We got art, man. All kinds of stuff. Sunvision.com just loaded, man. You know what I mean? And please subscribe to our podcast on our YouTube page. We got the YouTube subscriber tag on that. Every time y'all see a YouTube video, we got the subscriber. So follow us. You know what I'm saying? We got amazing videos. New episodes always debuting every month, every Monday. You know what I'm saying? We don't play. Consistency is the L dreams. I stays with it. I keeps with it. You feel me? I'm always going to pull forward. I don't play. You know what I'm saying? As I always say, I work 16/7. 16 because I'm a big fan of Tupac. He was born on June 16th, 1971. So I said 16. And then 7 days a week. 7 days a week. So 16/7. I don't play. I gets it in. You feel me? It's on and popping every time, man. You know what I mean? So check out the podcast. New episodes every episode. We are growing exponentially on that podcast. People love my show. I'm so glad I listened to my brother and started my own podcast. Yeah. My brother, who's also the character that Glock is placed on, he told me, yo, you would have an amazing show. And sure enough, I've had an amazing show. I don't even need guests. I'm the show. You know what I'm saying? So please, check out our social media platforms at YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X, and Instagram. Yo, I've said it before in the past. I'm going to say it again. If you're an artist and you ain't got no social media, you're just playing yourself, man. You got to get right on the get right. You know what I'm saying? Get your social media on. YouTube is the big dog. It's the future. There's no getting around it. Forever long, Facebook is around. I use them, but they're not as good as YouTube. That's a fact. Then, of course, TikTok, till the U.S. kicks them out of the U.S. I got a feeling they're going to be out of America by the end of the year, man. They've already passed the law. TikTok is gone. But I'm going to use it for as long as I can. And the reason why TikTok is gone is because they just suck. They uneducated our users in America. Not to mention, they're sorry. They shadow ban their own users. TikTok is a bunch of sorry mofos. Shadow banning their own users. They shadow ban me. And I still got a bunch of followers. They can't stop me. You know what I'm saying? But they sorry. I don't worry about them. That's not something you got to worry about on YouTube. YouTube is the future. You got to get YouTube. And of course, you got X and Instagram. For me, you got to have all these different platforms. You got Twitch. But X and Instagram to me aren't as potent as YouTube. Nothing can touch YouTube. Nothing will ever be able to touch YouTube. So, you know, that's where it's at. You got to believe in what you're doing. You got to go about what you're doing. And social media for any artist, I've told y'all repeatedly, y'all got to stop whining about what they're saying about you on social media. Why do you care? Just post a video, and if somebody says something ill, swipe left and block them. I ain't got time for that. I'm not going to be back and forth with you on social media. I got better things to do with my energy. That's one thing therapists taught me, to not waste your energy. Your energy is infinite. It is yours to use as you see fit. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's where we're at, man. You know what I mean? And please, don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. And as always, yo, continue to aspire after your dreams. Don't never, ever, ever, ever give up. Don't let nobody tell you what you can do with your dreams. Not family, not friends, none of other people. And they ain't your family to tell you can't do your dreams, and they ain't your friend if they can't do your dreams. For me, I'm fortunate. I have amazing human beings around me. My brothers, my sister, my mom. Close friends that I don't know if I ever consider friends. I call them brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, don't forget to review us, rate us, give us a 5-star, don't be a hater. And as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a great week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace. Check this cool cartoon intro out. All right, you can see the rest of it on my YouTube channel, and you can also check it out on my website at sanusi.shop.com. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.